Chapter 22, 3-year-old couple 6. She only saw him raise an index finger, his expression serious and exaggerated. Don't look down on those animals, those are their symbols. When you lose your guard, they will bite you fiercely. Just like you, fairy. If I let my guard down against you, I will immediately be fooled by you. Nan Hoa aggrievedly pressed his finger down. I didn't lie to you. I made you run in. I thought you knew what I meant, otherwise, why would she make him run into a pigsty that didn't have any exit? Huang Taekyang choked, pulled his hand away forcefully, and walked away again. Nan Hoa quickly grabbed his hand. Before he could escape, she pointed at a large patch of grass. It's coming, it's coming. Huang Taekyang's face stiffened, stiffly stopping. Fairy, didn't you say you wanted to calm my anger? Huang Taekyang looked at a large patch of grass and suddenly smiled fiercely. Then this task will be left to you, he said, placing the basket aside and sitting down on a clean place. You said it. After I'm done, don't be angry again. She didn't wait for him to refuse, immediately picked up the tool and started cutting grass. Her learning ability is very strong. She quickly got started with a job like cutting grass, even singing while doing it. He was originally sitting on the stone with a haughty expression, but when he saw her carrying a basket and wearing a straw hat, he almost couldn't see the appearance of a nation fairy. She looked more like a village girl, and this village girl was very happy cutting grass under the sun. Her cheeks were red from the heat, her hair was glued to her face, her collar was wet. Just like that, she didn't open her mouth to ask him for help, instead she often raised her head and smiled at him. Huang Taekyang once again faced the other party. The other party, just like before, returned a smiling face. Unhappily pursed his lips, immediately looked away. But not even 3 seconds later, he couldn't help but look over again, clearly rustic, but like this fairy doing magic, made him couldn't help but stick his eyes on her. She naturally knew that he was staring at her, and every time he faced her, he would immediately arrogantly look away, and the initial anger seemed to no longer exist. More than half an hour later, Nan Hoa finished cutting a basket of pig grass and walked to his side. I'm done cutting it, don't be angry now, okay? Taekyang Appa? Said to get close to him, carefully staring at his expression. His mouth curled up, then immediately pressed down, unnaturally avoiding her gaze, pulling down her basket, placing it on himself. It was very heavy when he lifted it up. Stupid fairy, did you compress the grass into a stone? Nan Hoa looked at his awkward appearance, clearly caring about someone, but deliberately not wanting the other party to find out. Suddenly feeling a bit inexplicably adorable, just like the original owner, saying I'm angry on the surface, but in reality, perhaps he was shouting in his heart, I'm angry, quickly come and coax me. Coax me and I'll forgive you. Just like that, the majestic Huang Taekyang walking down the mountain ahead is really adorable. Moreover, this person immediately wants to go to the turn. Help the old man cut pig grass, can a little more be a little bit? Nan Hoa caught up with him, pulled his sleeve again, secretly correcting his direction. Huang Taekyang naturally discovered her small movements. Suddenly the anger that had filled his chest just now had all dissipated, and seeing the fairy's cheeks completely red, he felt regret in his heart. In fact, he was not that angry originally. He also did not know why, but after meeting the fairy in these 2 days, his emotions had also become strange, unable to be controlled by himself. Obviously he would not be angry for such a long time. The more she tried to please him, the more she teased him, the less he wanted to forgive her easily, wanting to see what kind of thing she would do next. Why did you just say that the more innocent an animal is, the more it will hurt people? Was Taekyang Appa hurt by a little animal? The rabbit looks so weak and innocent, but when you stretch your finger towards it, it bites your hand. You took her food, right? How could there be such a thing as a completely weak animal in this world? If they didn't have some weapons, would they still be alive? But there are animals, they won't actively hurt you, only when you hurt it, will it attack angrily. No. I just wanted to touch it, but it bit me. Huang Taekyang continued speaking, but he still felt a bit wronged. Nan Hoa smiled and pulled his hand. Is it this hand? Little Taekyang, don't cry, mommy will blow once, the pain will go away. Huang Taekyang stared at that hand, stunned for a while, then suddenly reacted and shouted, "Ah! You fairy, you took advantage of me again." Nan Hoa quickly walked a few steps, smiling as she walked towards the cameras. "Friends who are watching TV, Taekyung Appa told us that little rabbits are also dangerous, so the moms must pay attention. Even if they look like weak little animals, they will still hurt the babies. And the babies might still remember this grievance when they are 30 years old." Hwang Taekyung chased after her, shouted, and huffed, pressing down hard on her head. Just now, the scandalous Hwang Taekyung and Yoo-hee appeared together on a variety show. Before the show was released, it had already attracted a lot of attention from the outside world. After the show was released, it immediately set a record for ratings. In the show, Nan Hoa was upright and endured hardships, almost completely overturning her former gentle and weak image. Although he was still cold and handsome and vicious, when he was with Nan Hoa, he often had a moment of silliness, especially during the pig-chasing scene. Everyone laughed crazily. They all praised Nan Hoa's intelligence, then ran to light a candle for him. Looking back at Nan Hoa and Hwang Taekyung going to cut grass, he actually coldly let Nan Hoa finish the whole task by herself. The viewers started to feel sorry for her, even his fans felt that their Appa was absolutely single. But then again, clearly unable to hold back his gaze attracted by the other party, once discovered, he immediately avoided. Hwang Taekyung also made the fans shout out loud, "Arrogant Appa is so cute." When going down the mountain, Hwang Taekyung took the basket, and gradually slowed down his steps to take care of Nan Hoa. The two people were joined by the backstage for a sweet chat, but before they could take a few steps, she pretended to be a mother to coax him. It was indeed sweet for only 3 seconds, and before the fans could even start to get jealous, they burst out laughing. "I thought I would get angry and loudly say, 'You ugly woman, stay away from my Appa,' but after I had only typed 3 words, I immediately started laughing crazily. I kept punching the table and laughing hysterically. Heartbreaking for Appa. I feel even more heartbroken, Yoo-hee, if it's really lovers, like boyfriends, for a second I think about breaking up. This is a case of each pot having its own lid. No one can stand such a boyfriend or girlfriend. The upstairs said it right, growing up beautiful is no use, such a poisonous mouth, whoever meets it will doubt life. For the happiness of others, you two should stay together, no need to go and cause trouble for gentle men and women, ha ha ha. I don't dare to want such a boyfriend and girlfriend. Don't dare to want +1. Also do not dare to want. Also, do not dare to want +1. Also, do not dare to want +2. Nan Hoa and her agent sat together to watch the public opinion on the internet. The representative is truly a difficult word to say. Half a day later, she was skeptical about life and muttered to herself, "So, the director and I have been worrying about the image change problem, and it seems like it was solved just like that? You just started to change your image without any trouble?" That's right, she in the game show almost completely overturned her previous base image, working really hard. Hard work can win countless favors, and her arrogant and sharp-tongued personality in the PK argument with Hwang Taekyung, no one felt that this was her true nature. On the contrary, they felt that Hwang Taekyung made her sharp-tongued. He just silently carried this bad reputation. At the same time, Yoo-hee and Hwang Taekyung couple immediately grew several times stronger, already had some scale. The two of them later spread any scandal, probably will not have any adverse effects. Of course, the last thing was that the representative thought to herself, although Nan Hoa always denied it, but in her opinion, no one believed that there was nothing between those two people. Looking at the show, they were so natural together. So wanting to ask Nan Hoa's feelings towards Hwang Taekyung, she had to admit, she had good feelings, but this kind of good feelings were common. Other outstanding people, she would also have good feelings. But at least for now, he could only be considered a trustworthy close friend. She had never considered taking it a step further, because she was very clear, by his side there was also a cross-dressing girl. If after a long time there were any feelings, she did not intend to interfere. The program was released, causing the scandal between Nan Hoa and Hwang Taekyung to stir again, but both sides unanimously denied it. This attracted the attention of paparazzi reporter Kim. Originally, he saw Yuhi and Huang Taekyung entering the same resting room at the orphanage without turning on the lights, although Yuhi's representative denied it. Then, at the awards ceremony, he successfully captured him and Yuhi running away hand in hand while chasing Huang Taekyung. Until now, it was clear that there was something in the show between the two of them, but neither of them would admit it. Reporter Kim suddenly thought, compared to the news of Angel's discord, capturing their love story to absorb the light seemed to have even greater value. The more he thought about it, the more he felt it made sense, thus, he decided to definitely capture direct evidence of their relationship.